Hello everyone, I'm Johnny, and today we're taking a look at a brilliant animated short story titled Cannon Fodder, which is part of the Memories anthology from 1995. This is a very creative and visually stunning animated short story. It also has some highly relevant anti-war themes, so let's check it out. Cannon Fodder takes place in a city that has seemingly been at war for as long as everyone can remember. In fact, the entire city seems to exist only for the purpose of war. And for those who live in the city, war is their culture. Cannon Fodder doesn't have a ton of dialogue, but an incredible amount of detailed artwork, leaving you wanting to pause scenes and explore them. The story is animated in a continuous shot, or long take style, giving you the feeling of being a guest in the city and characters' lives, as you follow them through a day in the life of this, call it, Cannontopia. The artwork is both beautiful and grim. There is definitely some inspiration taken from World War II style propaganda posters, particularly Soviet and German. There is no obvious conflict in the film, other than you worry for a boy and his family, who are no doubt in a system of oppression. The father works as a cannon loader, the mother at a factory manufacturing artillery shells. Both jobs feature exposure to harmful chemicals and is likely killing them. The boy goes to school where his classes seem to focus entirely on all things militaristic. His math lesson here relates to, of course, firing artillery. Even day-to-day figurative language in this culture is militaristic.
Well, I'm blasting off.
Ready to fire, two!
The world doesn't distinctly relate to World War I or World War II. The universe is a steampunk universe, which makes it all the more beautiful, while giving the short story room to be more a commentary on war in general, rather than directly relating to any particular conflict. The military state in the movie could be more closely related to a Cold War mentality, or North Korea's military first mentality. Militaristic societies tend to overemphasize external threats, as a way for military leaders and military industries to keep power or make profits. Civil service and nationalism can be healthy for countries with strong constitutions, but also damning for military-first countries, who only have in power, or even elect those in power, who promise more militarism. The movie highlights how military service can become ritualized and sacred. Even in America, to have military service is considered huge political capital when running for office, regardless of whether or not a candidate has actual objective thoughts on the institution. And this is the point of Cannon Fodder. It's a politically provocative visual on a militaristic dystopia, albeit an awe-inspiring one, just as military equipment and parades can be awe-inspiring in our time. Perhaps the best and most subtle aspect of this dystopia is that the story never once shows or gives evidence of a real enemy. There are no battle wounds on the city, and the outgoing attacks from the massive cannons are only reported on hours later. Successful, of course, with victory near at hand. Perhaps the most powerful line in the story comes at the very end. The boy, who dreams of one day firing the largest cannon, asks his father, "Do you know why we are fighting in the war?" To which he tiredly replies,
You'll understand someday when you're older. Go to bed.
Fine.
These words have a depressing gravity from the head of a family that has dedicated their entire existence to war. How many families who have lost so much in war might also struggle to answer such a basic question? Alright, I'm Johnny. Thank you for watching. Do check out Cannon Fodder. Even if you find it a depressing story, it's still a beautiful one. Visually, it's like exploring a world inside a masterpiece painting for 25 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and do take care, and have a nice rest of your day.